And welcome back, Griffon fans. Fresh cut, fresh episode of the Fall and Winter Sportscast. I'm your host, Charlie Sample, and as you may have seen last week, we did not have an episode due to some technical issues, but we believe that has been resolved. With that, glad to be back. Let's get right back to our sports here. Starting us off, the men's basketball team will have their tip-off on Halloween next week against West Texas A&M here in St. Joseph at the Civic Arena. That will begin at 7 p.m. We'll have more results for that in 2 weeks. Women's basketball has recently completed their exhibition match against Creighton University. The game ended 117-66 Creighton, but the Griffins got to get a feel for this new team and coaching staff for their upcoming tip-off next week on Halloween at 3 p.m. here at the Civic Arena against Grand Valley State. Results on that in 2 weeks. Men's and women's cross country will take on the MIAA championships tomorrow in Pittsburg, Kansas. Women are set to begin at 10 a.m. with the men to follow at 11. We'll have those results for you all on the next show. Good luck to the runners. Women's tennis is on to Topeka, Kansas to play against Washburn today and tomorrow. Those results will be on the show next week, so good luck to the ladies out there. Well, the men's golf team recently completed in their last event in Monkey Island, Oklahoma at the MSSU Fall Invitational. Let's see those results, please. Looking at those results here, the men placed third in that result there. Remember, they did get 4th of 10 here in St. Joe a couple weeks ago, so they're on a stride right now. Aiden Asby still leading the team there for the Griffins men's golf team. Their next event will be in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma in the Tulsa Cup on October 27th through the 28th. So good luck to the golfers out there. Again, strong team there led by Asby in these last couple events. He's doing a great job, and so was the team. Getting third there, getting 4th a couple weeks ago. So see what they do in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Griffin Media Assistant Sports Editor Andrew Hamilton went out and filmed the football game held at Spratt Stadium. Check it out.
The 12th-ranked 5-2 Pittsburg State Gorillas takes on the 1-5 Missouri Western Griffins as the Griffins are looking for their first win of conference play. The game would get off to a great start for the Griffins as Logan Clark would get the interception on the game's first drive. Shortly after, the Griffins would be driving down the field until the 30-minute lightning delay, which halted their momentum. Down 7-3 after Western's touchdown, Pitt State would respond with a rushing touchdown to make the score 10-7. The Griffins tried to respond, but their trick play would fail, leading to a punt. On the next drive, Pitt State would try to attempt Logan Clark on the fade route as he would force the incompletion. However, the field goal attempt would go horribly wrong as their hoarder botched the snap and the Griffins would recover the ball. Up 13-7 at half, Pitt State would kick off the scoring in the second half with a rushing touchdown to make the score 20-7. But the Griffins would respond as Kane Donovan would find Bryce Marcus III for a 46-yard touchdown to make the score 20-14. Down 23-14 after the Pitt State field goal, Brandon Hall would fumble the football as Pitt State would recover the fumble. The Gorillas took this opportunity as they scored a rushing touchdown to extend their lead to 30-14. But the Griffins are not done yet, as Evan Williams would kick off the fourth with a rushing touchdown to bring it to 30-20. On the next drive, Pitt State would throw the dagger with a passing touchdown to make the score 37-20. They would add one more rushing touchdown to make the score 44-20, moving the Griffins to 1-6. Here's Coach Fenwick on trying to bounce back for the rest of the season.
You got to bounce back. I mean, that's what we have to do. I mean, that's anytime you have a loss, we're looking at it as a 1-week season every week, and so we've obviously been on this losing streak, and I think we have a bunch of competitors in our building. I think we've got guys that want to win. I think we got guys that we've got a lot of young guys that are playing that because they're the next guy up.
The Griffins will head down to Joplin, Missouri as they take on Missouri Southern on October 25th at 2 p.m. Reporting for Griffin News, Andrew Hamilton.
Thanks, Andrew. Let's look at our stat leaders. Looking at our stat leaders on the season. Passing leader, Kane Donovan, 150 of 263, 1,514 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Brandon Hall, 92 attempts, 412 yards, 0 touchdowns. The fifth year still looking for his first. Almost had it in the last one, just could not get there. Ricky Dunn still leads the team in rushing touchdowns with 2. Jaden Williams and Evan Williams both with 1. Receiving-wise, it's been a back-and-forth battle all season. Receiving-wise, Bryce Marcus III, 19 receptions, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Malik Moore right behind him now receiving-wise with 254 yards, 3 touchdowns on 21 catches. So they're pretty close in numbers there. Defensive leader, Brecken Manis, 35 tackles for loss, 35 total tackles, 6.5 tackles, 3.5 sacks. He is the tackle for loss and sack leader. Drew Scott is still the tackle leader with 43 total tackles on the season. The team is now up to 4 interceptions by 4 different athletes, thanks to the interception from Logan Clark against Pittsburg State. The team is now 1-6 and searching for their first conference win as they get set to play against Missouri Southern tomorrow in Joplin, Missouri at 2. We will have those results in the next show. Good luck to the guys. Well, as Fenwick has been saying these last couple of weeks, he's excited to just see out there and get the new guys some reps, get them some experience, and just look forward to the future. And I think that's the right move here in this part. You got some tough teams coming up, especially that Northwest team here coming up soon. So you got some tough games. Washburn will be televised. It'll be a big game for them, a big chance to get another win on the column there and look for that first conference win. Women's golf recently competed here in St. Joseph in the Holiday Inn Express Invitational. The team would tie for 14th of 19 in event with a team score of 656 with 80 over par. Inez led the way for the Griffons, tying for 9th overall on a score of 156 with 12 over par. This event was the conclusion of the women's golf fall season. I was happy to cover it all with you. Got some solid stars on this team, getting those high place finishes that we saw all throughout the season. So excited to see what they do in the spring. And with that, let's go ahead and look at our soccer results. Well, looking now into soccer, Nebraska Kearney is that first game here. There was 3 home games in a row there from Missouri Western. They'll win the first one 2-0. Second game against Fort Hays State, win that one 1-0. And then lastly, going against Drury would end in a tie. The team remains undefeated at home since 2024 with a record of 16-0-2. Very strong senior-led team there. Got some vets on there. Let's look at our stat leaders as of now. New change here this week, but goal-wise, Kendall Nisley still holds at 4 goals, but here's the change right there. She's Aiden Woodall keeping up with her in assists, both at 4. But Nisley still holds point leader in total with 12 points. Goalkeeping-wise, Morgan Bird, 33 saves. She had some phenomenal acrobatic saves, if you will, in those last couple of games. One-handed, absolute dives and great hits to save the ball there. So 33 saves for her on the year. Nisley still leads with in shots on goal with 22. The team is now 8-1-4 as their next game is today at 12 p.m. in Pittsburgh, Kansas against Pittsburgh State. Again, very strong team. Excited to see what they do when MIAA play concludes and goes into the playoffs section because they've been really fun to watch, pretty aggressive. Big thing is they talked about they're not satisfied with ties anymore, so they want to move on from that and start getting those wins on the column and see how they do that and see what coach has planned for them. But I think this team can do it. Very strong defensively, very strong offensively. You got a pretty well-balanced team. And with that, let's go ahead and look at our volleyball results. Looking into volleyball now, they had some home games of their own here. Pittsburgh State was the first one. They'll win that one 3-1. And then next was Newman. Missouri Western would get the sweep. Let's go ahead and take a look at our stat leaders on the season. Point leader, Emma Soccer, 252.5 points. Kill leader, Taylor Russell, 212. Assist leader, still going back and forth between Kaylin Deani O'Day and Haley Barsky, but as of now, Deani O'Day owns that spot, 411 assists. Dig leader, Anna Weberg, 377 digs. Block leader, Emma Soccer still holds that one with 78. The team is now on a 6-game winning streak with an overall record of 15-5 and a conference record of 7-2 as they head to Northwest in Maryville tonight at 6 p.m. Good luck to the ladies out there. This has been one of my favorite teams to watch in this fall and winter is this volleyball team watching the home game. The energy's always loud. It's always hype. With the new athletic band bringing the energy as well, your ears might be ringing after a game or two. But the team is also just really exciting and fun to watch, and how they coordinate their attacks and how they coordinate on defense is phenomenal. So excited to see, again, what they do as well in their conference play along with the soccer team there. Well, guys, we are getting ever so closer to the end of the semester, but for now, that is all I have for you on this episode of the Sportscast. Make sure you follow us on social media at Griffon News, download the Griffon News app today, or visit our website at griffonnews.com. That's all for me. I'm Charlie Sample, and I'll be seeing you all next week.